Hello everypony, it's Cleo here, and today I have nothing in particular to show you, but instead, something to talk about. I think most of you have probably heard the news by now, but for those of you who haven't, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is ending officially this year, meaning the 9th season of the cartoon will be its final season, and most likely the toy line will end shortly after that. The Instagram post announcing this says Season 9 will be the last season of Friendship is Magic, but this is definitely not the end for My Little Pony. In fact, it's just the beginning. As we continue development of our all-new CGI movie, we're dedicated to continuing our beloved stories on multi-platforms, and in the coming months we'll be able to share our exciting new content plans that promise to entertain and delight our fans in more magical ways than ever before. Stay tuned for updates. Of course, Hasbro has to give it a positive spin and wouldn't say how terrible it is if something's ending, but I do personally think this is a positive thing. Yes, it's true, there are sad elements as well, parts that I'm sad about too. But first, let's talk about what exactly this means, and then I'll give my opinions on everything. My Little Pony's been around since the 1980s as a brand. That's a long, long time, and in that time, there have been 4 different versions of it, meaning there have been reboots of the same thing. We started out what's known as Generation 1, then Generation 2, Generation 3, 3.5, we try not to talk about these ones, and now Generation 4, which is also coming to an end now. What this of course means is that there definitely will be a Generation 5. Absolutely every toy line ever starts to run a little bit dry after a while, and companies have to do something to revitalise the brand. Some things like Barbie just keep on updating the gimmicks, but some things like My Little Pony have to reboot themselves. Of course, after looking at all the previous designs of the generations and how different they are to each other, we can guess that Generation 5 will be pretty different to G4. I know a lot of you watching will be thinking, why? Why are they changing it? Surely My Little Pony still makes lots and lots of money. I still buy the products. But that doesn't mean everybody stuck with it just because you and I did. In fact, I'm sure a huge number of people have dropped off in this nearly 10-year lifespan of the show. So even though the brand will still make plenty of money, it's not making as much money as Hasbro likes, so they're going back to their old tricks and rebooting it. Of course, there are lots of rumours about Generation 5 and what exactly the character's going to be like, everything that's going to look like, and honestly I just don't know. No one can know for sure. If you'd like me to do a video making my predictions for it, I can do that, but for now we're just talking about the end of G4. Season 9 of the cartoon is supposed to come out in spring this year, and I believe after that there is supposed to be a special, and then that truly will be the end of the series, which in all likelihood means that we'll probably see the end of the toy line either at the end of this year or early next year. Perhaps they'll drag it out a little longer throughout 2020. I'm not exactly sure, but it will end around about then. So it's not truly over just yet, it's just been announced that it is going to end. However, I know a lot of you are probably wondering what this means for my channel, and I can say right now, I don't exactly know. First things first, I will always love my Generation 4 ponies. I'm not going to go off them just because they're older. In fact, they have been rebooted slightly. If you remember the old 2017 argument of which one was better. Yeah, remember that? I still stuck with the old ones. I like what I like. So with Generation 4 ending, my love of the show and my love of the toys will not end. That'll just carry on. Now, of course, the big ticket question is, will I still make videos of my Generation 4 ponies? For now, yes, definitely. I mean, there isn't any Generation 5 ponies to make videos with right now anyway, so what else would I do? But when Generation 5 is released, I probably will make videos with them. Even if I don't like them, I'll probably make review videos of the toys. If I do like Generation 5, and I'm hoping I will make videos with them, unless everyone hates them, in which case I won't. I'll just kind of collect them to myself. Yeah. So there are several possibilities for what could happen. Number 1 is nobody likes Generation 5, including me, in which case I'll just carry on making G4 pony videos. Possibility number 2 is everyone likes Generation 5 and they still like Generation 4, in which case I'll make videos for both. Possibility number 3 is nobody likes Generation 4 anymore and everyone likes G5 instead, in which case I'll probably move towards making Generation 5 videos. But nowhere on this list is the possibility of me giving up making videos for good, because that just will not happen. Worst case scenario is that nobody likes Generation 5 and I just carry on making videos of G4 ponies. It'd be kind of sad to see a new generation of ponies just be terrible like that, but it's something we'd be used to with Hasbro. It's exactly what happened to the littlest pet shops when Generation 3 came out. Everyone just kept making videos of G2 LPS and they still do. So there's always a possibility of that weird situation happening again. So I hope none of you die-hard MLP Fever fans are worried now. I'm not going anywhere. And I know a lot of you probably also wonder how I feel about G4 ending, and I've got to say it's kind of bittersweet. Of course, I love G4, I'm kind of sentimental about it, but I also feel like all good things have to come to an end. I feel like the quality of the cartoon has gone downhill a little bit in recent times. There are good ones and there are some bad ones, and I would really hate to see it happen that they all become bad, like The Simpsons or SpongeBob. So based on that logic alone, I'm really glad it's getting a proper send-off to the cartoon with a proper ending instead of ending abruptly because everyone starts to hate it. As for the toys, well, they already discontinued the mold I'm using right now and made these ones instead. So really it doesn't make much difference to me because I never really wanted to collect ones that didn't match the old ones. And aside from the mismatched ponies they make now to the old ones, the toy line is running really dry. Since the movie came out, the My Little Pony toy releases have not been so great. So in my opinion, nothing's really being lost there. So on that note, I have high hopes for G5. Like I said, a little disappointed to see G4 end, but mostly I'm excited to see something new. At this point, the toy line really needs it, and I feel like this show might need it too. I know, a lot of you will be really sad in the comments about this and be saying how terrible it is, something you love is ending. But let me reassure you, Generation 1 My Little Ponies ended in the early 1990s, and the fan base for those still lives on. The G4 fandom ain't going nowhere. For as long as people enjoy it, the fandom will live. It won't be as big as it once was, in fact, it's much smaller than it used to be now. But the fandom will carry on. If the Generation 1 fandom can, then G4 definitely can. For the toys and the show alike. No, and if you're wondering where the G2 and the G3 fandoms went, yeah, they never really existed, so there's nothing lost there. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say on this topic. Let me know in the comments what you think to all this. And if you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on this, don't forget to give the video a like, and subscribe for more pony content, because like I said, I'm not going anywhere. Thanks for watching, every pony. Bye!